Today I fucked up by trying to prove to my flat earther dad that Earth is a globe. I'm 13 and my dad is 40. He's been a flat earther for as long as I can remember and he actually raised me as one. I believed him until I was 9 when and started having an interest in astrophysics, astronomy, etc. He's really mad at me for liking this stuff because apparently science is demonic and would lead me astray from God. That's probably the only thing he is right about because I'm an atheist. When I was 11 I attempted to change his mind but failed because at the time, I didn't have access to the internet. Because I lost the argument, he keeps saying that I can't think for myself because if I did, I would be on his side. Ever since then we've always had little debates about it and my dad would always come out the winner. My mom says she's neutral on the situation and that she doesn't care. For I know she could think that the earth is a triangle. But whenever my dad and I have debates, she'd always take his side. But today the situation changed. So for context, my dad doesn't think that the earth orbits the sun, rather the sun orbits the earth. He also thinks that gravity doesn't exist. So today he came in my room around 5 p.m. and asked if the earth is spinning, how come when I jump I land in the same spot? I didn't know the answer to that question but I remembered that in 2019 we went on a cruise and I jumped but I landed in the same spot. I continued talking about that and related it to the earth. I'm not gonna write how I explained it because I can't remember how I articulated it. We went on for a few more minutes and I answered every question and debunked everything he said. He got really mad and started shouting. That's when I knew that he realized I was gonna win this debate. My mom heard his shouting and came to my room. I expected her to take my dad's side but nope. This awesome bad bitch took my side. That's when I knew that I was gonna win. But then my dad said the most idiotic, stupid, ignorant piece of shit I've ever heard. Well, I'm still right because the Bible says the earth is flat. That's when I realized that I will never be able to change his mind because he's so close-minded and so stupid. I wasted 2 precious years trying to change his mind. But that's never gonna happen. Because he's so full of himself and he always thinks he's right even when I give him facts. I spent over 3 hours talking to this man and not one thing went inside his thick skull. I learned something very valuable today. Never argue with an idiot. Too long didn't read. I spent 2 years trying to tell my dad that the earth is a globe but I will never change his mind because you can never win an argument against an idiot. Look on the bright side, your dad did teach you to think for yourself. He taught you to research a topic and to debate your point of view. You're only 13 but you do these things better than many adults I know. He sure took a roundabout way to do it, but you've learned these skills because of your dad. It's hard to argue with an intelligent person, but it's impossible to argue with a stupid person. It literally says in the Bible that it hangs upon nothing and where it says circle, a synonym pre-translation is sphere. His argument is flawed even based off his own beliefs in the Bible. I've read the Bible several times and there's nothing in it saying the earth is flat. Today I fucked up by giving my long-distance boyfriend his present for Valentine's Day. Sunday, I effed up, but the ramifications didn't come out until Monday afternoon. First, some backstory. I gave my boyfriend a really personal and heartfelt gift for Valentine's Day, a photorealistic, hand-painted, and life-sized chocolate human heart, wrapped in pages of my poetry and in some stanzas of Adonais, by Percy Shelley, tied up and placed inside a box labeled, Cork or Dive. This all has to do with the fact that Mary Shelley kept her husband Percy's heart, or at least what she thought was his heart, wrapped up in his Adonais inside her desk until she died. When it was discovered, they buried his heart and had Corcordium, or Heart of Hearts, engraved onto the slab. So, he left the box at my house out of convenience for his plane ride home. We have been following guidelines and he has been tested for COVID regularly as his father is a DO. And I'm immunodeficient, don't worry. I was so happy to have human interaction. Anyways, somehow I totally forgot that he was flying and that the TSA is a thing. On his way through security, They pulled him over for a full search, apparently believing him to be an illegal organ trafficker. Meanwhile, he was totally confused, because the only thing he had against regulation was a water bottle he forgot about, and they had already chucked it. Even upon finding the chocolate heart, they still believed it was human. It didn't help that some of the colored chocolate was slightly melted and seeping through the papers, and he even offered to let them taste it to prove it. Apparently, this disturbed them even more and things escalated. It wasn't until a higher up came, fully unwrapped it, and saw that the underside was both flat and dark brown, that they finally accepted that it wasn't actually an organ. They proceeded to compliment its realism, and he made a half-hearted joke that I wanted him arrested so he had to stay here. And an old lady commented I was cute for it. This being said, despite a relatively happy ending, he was held by security for so long he missed his flight and had to take another plane back. Edit. Thank you sweet freaks for the wholesome awards. This is the place I got the heart dot in dark chocolate. Too long didn't read. I gave my boyfriend a chocolate replica of a human heart and nearly got him arrested by the TSA. I think that today I fucked up in this case falls on the TSA. Their screening is half-assed at best, but they pull this right though. I typically make it through without any question, just laughs and smiles and conversation with the agents, and then I'd be putting my shoes back on. In the Cayman Islands, I was randomly selected due to my loose clothing, and their airport is literally one room. It's concerning that the people that can't determine a chocolate heart from an actual organ are also the people that protect us from people bringing 3 ounces containers of some highly dangerous fluid on planes. Wow, I learned something new about Mary Shelley. Her obsession with body parts wasn't just in Frankenstein, it looks like it was in real life too. And did you know that she was only 19 when she wrote Frankenstein? She wrote it on a bet made by her writer friends and herself to see who could write the best story. In a weekend. He made a half-hearted joke. Nice. Haha bar dump TSS. They didn't realize that organs have to be on ice. It depends on how long before you plan to wait before eating them. Today I fucked up by accidentally texting my mom instead of my girlfriend. Obligatory, this didn't happen today, but rather 8 or so months ago. Excuse the formatting, I'm on mobile. Too long didn't read. At the bottom. Context. My girlfriend and I, 2 lesbians, had just recently hit our 1-year anniversary. Sadly it didn't last, but I digress. So we decided it would be an appropriate time to add some spice into our sex life. I have a bit of experience with this. She does not. So we spent what felt like hours scouring the internet, sending pics back and forth, giggling and debating what the best choice would be for her first time. Finally we settle on a simple strap-on with a few wow features, vibrations, etc. And we ordered it. Now the important part in the story is that every Sunday I spent with the girlfriend. Every Monday I spent with my mother. The drive to my mom's house is about 45 minutes, so when I get down there I text my girlfriend that I made it safe. And when I get home later that night I text both my girlfriend and my mom that I made it safe. Some of those more astute may see where this is going. While at my mom's just chilling, my girlfriend texted me to say she got a notification that our package had been delivered. I giggled. This is exciting. So that night I parked my car as per usual and texted both my girlfriend and my mom that I was safe and I loved them. Essentially the same exact message. Then I grabbed the key to the mailbox, obtained the package, and proceeded to text my girlfriend, in all caps, I got the strap on! Walked my happy ass upstairs, feeling silly and accomplished. And then I got a text that caused all of the blood drain from my face. This is your mother. Banging my head against the wall. I don't know why I thought if I deleted the text on my end it would lower the shame I felt. I asked her to please delete that text. It was an absolute mistake. There are a million better ways I could have handled that, say it was a joke, etc. But my mom is too smart of a lady. So I said please delete and pretend this never happened, to which she responded what never happened? I saw nothing. Good night. And then I face planted on my bed and called my girlfriend to pour my sorrows out to her, and she just couldn't stop laughing. Still wish I'd taken that screenshot. Too long didn't read. Accidentally sent a text meant for my girlfriend to my mom basically shouting in caps I got the strap on! Edit, thanks for the awards guys, that's very sweet of you all. You could text again. I meant coupon. Oh yes, all of the best replies came flooding into my head after the fact. Lamau XD. I once sent my boyfriend a text about the blowjob he was in for when I saw him. Except I didn't send it to my boyfriend, I sent it to my dad. Of all people, the person I'd least want to accidentally receive this message. And he was also just upstairs from me at the time. He literally got out of bed and came downstairs to tell me I'd sent it to the wrong person. This was 15 years ago and I still cringe about it, so I know exactly how you feel. Came downstairs. For a second there I thought your story had taken a dark turn. Thank God it didn't. Perfect time to blame autocorrect. Except I can't think what autocorrect would result in strap-on. Parrot coupon as suggested above. Or something. My autocorrect is notorious. Just today it corrected Maitland Avenue to Marital Drama Avenue. You're just lucky she didn't reply with "Can I borrow it for your father?" LOL, I would be long dead by now. At least it wasn't a selfie of you wearing it. OMG, that would have been so awful. LMFAO.